Straya. How are you going? Hey, Jan. Are you right? You should be. Why is that, Jim? Well, it's Sunday night. Ready for your Monday, ready for your start of your week. And we're doing Sunday Tins with Jim. That's right. It's been a big weekend. I'm going to get to that in a second. Basketball, give me the ball, because that's where I took the fam today. Right, so NBA Straya, it is, November 2nd at the moment. You'll probably hear this on your Monday. I'm your host, James Clements, here in Larry Armour Studio. It's a Sunday night. We've got a few beers, and we're going to wrap up a weekend for you and deliver the 5 most disappointing teams so far. But also, there's some big news, so it's kind of nice to talk about it on a Sunday night rather than waiting until at the end of tomorrow's game. So, Ja Morant got suspended by his own team. It's pretty chaos, just saying. Trae Young's out for 4 more weeks. Just saying, the Hawks look a little bit better. Luka is back. I kind of alluded to this, I think, on the Supercoach show, but anyway. So we'll talk about all of this. We'll very, very briefly go through the games. The NBA Cup is insane. I love it so much. I'm going to talk about that. We've got the game race. We've got That's Not a Knife. Oh, mate, no, mate. Spud of the night. Better than Lonzo Ball. What else do? We have Magic Tweet of the weekend. His Dodgers won the World Series. Just saying. Gross, but also. And instead of Dickhead of the Weekend, we've got Legend of the Weekend, which is kind of fun. Do some quick yeah-nahs and Unpopular Opinion of the Day in Outback Takehouse, who are serving up a flame grilled take. But also, I'm just going to talk a lot about Oasis. So strap in. Old white guy talks about Oasis. Fucking tomorrow, weather happens. Also, an Andrew Gay's Great MAMBA Award, and we'll pick and preview some of the games for tomorrow and Tuesday. So let's get into it. Without further ado, sunshine. It's episode 1314 of NBA Straya. Let's go!
This is Josh Giddey.
G'day, this is Andrew Gaze.
This is Jack White.
This is Joe Ingles.
This is Dyson Daniels.
This is Chris Anstey.
This is Matthew Delvedova.
This is Shane Hill.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening and watching NBA Straya.
This is NBA Australia. Let's do it.
Watch out for the shark attack.
You better watch out for the Jim's Cooked attack. That's right. It is a Sunday night, and this is like the thing that we're doing in NBA Australia now, where we sort of do the Sunday night wrap for the weekend. So just sort of set up for your Monday, and away we go, right? Of course, these Sunday shows probably usually wouldn't take place after me going to 2 back-to-back Oasis shows, and then going to a Southeast Melbourne Phoenix win over the Perth Wildcats at John Cain Arena, smashing some beers with the fam, and then hanging out with, co-host of the NFL Australia show, Gaz, and also friend of the program, Jez Oz, and stuff like this. Just some sunshine tins. So it sort of gets to the end of Sunday, and I'm like, oh, God, I better get some more beers and go to the show. I'll tell you, I'd rather just park my ass on the couch and just fucking turn my brain off. But this is what we do here at NBA Australia. We're sinking beers, we're talking shit. Let's get into, what is it? Is it some sort of daily whip around? Yeah, it's not bad, eh? I guess the whip around should be, like, the Ja Morant suspension is chaos. So I think we'll just do a little bit of this news bit, and then I'll just talk about Oasis for a second. But Ja Morant got suspended. It's kind of a big deal, because it's not often a team will suspend their very own sort of homegrown superstar. You know, the guy is the face of the franchise, the guy all the kids love, the guy that basically every jersey your franchise is selling has got his name and number on it. And it was for conduct detrimental to the team. I think, Sham said, it came as a result of Thomas Isalo challenging Morant's leadership and effort in a post-game exchange after their loss to the Lakers on our Saturday. To which Morant responded in a tone deemed inappropriate. I love that. He basically told the coach to go fuck himself, right? Which seems, if you've watched that game, I mean, you watch the tape and you just go, oh, I feel like Tuomas Isalo is well within his right. Go, Ja, get your fucking head out your ass and go play fucking hard. You absolute big girl's blouse. And Ja Morant, being a giant fucking sucker, oh, don't talk to me like that. I'm angry and sad. Fuck you, coach. And at which point the team has to go, yeah, we can't really have the dude telling the coach to go fuck himself. So I guess we have to suspend him. And they did. It feels like this is something that can be fixed, but it's going to take a lot of work. And I don't know if Ja's the kind of dude who is kind of like, well, you know what? This has put me on the right path. Because all the things with the guns, and every time I was brought up about, doing something dickheadish, I then went and did something more dickheadish. Having not learned a single fucking lesson. So, I don't know. Color me fucking skeptical that Ja Morant is going to be the one to go, you know what? My coach is right. I am a bit of a boneheaded dipshit. I should probably pull my fucking head in and play as a bit of a, team leader and try to lead from the front and not actually fuck my team up. And I guess it'd be a lot easier to sort of side with Ja if he hadn't just kind of been a bit shit over the last few years when he's not injured. Like, there are amazing stats out there about his, at rim percentage and all that sort of shit from his, rookie year on, and how sort of always descending. And you're like, yeah, that's a big part of his game. Not a jump shooter. We understand that. Attack the rim, get to the free throw line, that sort of stuff. And if you're not doing that, you kind of go, oh, wow, you're just shit Russell Westbrook at this point, aren't you? So, if your game isn't backing up your lackadaisical fuckwittery, guess what? The rest of the team's probably going to go, hang on a second, what are you doing, dickhead? Shut up. How about you put in a bit of effort? And it was all his bitching and moaning and sooking that basically got Taylor Jenkins fired last year. It's like, I need the ball in my hand. It's like, but you've got an awesome offense. He's like, no, I need the ball in my hand. It's like, then don't play with guns, you idiot. Anyway, so the Ja Morant situation, it's fraught. Fascinated to see where it goes. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets traded. Right? It's a big contract. And Memphis as well, right? Their entire thing is going to have to be, we need a signature super duper star. We thought it was Ja. He's being a bit of a cockwit. We should probably fix this before. They've got to make sure they've gone through every single step possible to not trade him, I think, before they do trade him. But wow, that Zion Ja draft is just crazy to look back on. Trae Young is out for 4 weeks with an MCL sprain. So we saw the sort of falling into his leg by his teammate Mo Gay. Bit brutal, but look, MCL sprain, nothing to do with the ACL. That's good. 4 weeks, and instantly the Hawks look better. Oh, geez. Ruh-roh. That's, not great. And I guess lastly, the kind of only other bit of news is really that Luka came back. And as I said, this was, I think we talked about this on the Supercoach show. Luka was he's going to be out for at least a week with a finger on his left hand and a bit of he's got a lower leg contusion. And I expressed my sort of pessimism, cynicism about this idea. Because Luka sort of just comes back. He's like, yeah, it's fine, fucking, whatever, fucking. And he just comes back and plays. That's awesome. And he came back and he played and he dropped 44 because he's fucking Luka Doncic. And why would you trade him for a busted up old Anthony Davis? I don't fucking know Nico Harrison, you dipshit. But anyway. And so Luka comes back, instantly awesome again. Pretty gnarly. You love to see it. And you're like, oh, it's cool. So I guess with the Supercoach side of things, we'll talk this out on Jim Does Supercoach on Monday, so tomorrow. And that'll basically be he likely won't hit that sort of Supercoach break even. They've got a game tomorrow, but he still could. So you just miss like a big chunk of scoring if you didn't go from him to Reeves. But now he's back. We could probably just trade him back in next week. But either way, good to see Luka back out on the floor. Hey, also, before we'll do the 5 most disappointing teams in a second. The other ones were sort of out of there. There was more stuff coming about J-Dub having a follow-up procedure on his wrist injury, which isn't great. And you're like, hang on. I don't like the idea of procedures because usually they're still cutting shit open, right? It's not great. And Obi Toppin, ain't no stopping Obi Toppin. He's out till February now, which is a bit shit for the Pacers. But they did get our man Johnny Furphy back this weekend, which is kind of nice. So, but anyway, so apparently J-Dub got the wrist that was in the screw that was in his wrist was like irritating it, and so he's going to be reevaluated in a couple of weeks. And you're like, Jesus. That's not great. So, I don't know. Bit of a rough one if you're OKC, but they're still kicking the shit out of teams, so I don't know. Anyway, Jim, talk to us about Oasis. Yeah, it was legitimately amazing. So, if you've been following NBA Straya for a bit, you know that in a past life, I was a music journalist. I've been to a million gigs. That's what I do. That's what I did. Kind of what I still do. I still go to a million shows. I'm a bit of a music guy, you see. But the experience of seeing Oasis, so I saw them back in 2005. They played Festival Hall here in Melbourne. One of my favourite shows, just to sort of look back and like thinking that was probably the last time I was going to see Oasis. Never thought they'd get back together. Here we are, 20 years later. Pretty incredible gear. And that gig, it was like super fucking hot. It was like December or some shit. I don't know, December or January. I can't remember the fucking timing. And there's like 2 pubs around the corner from Festival Hall in Melbourne, right? On Spencer Street. They were just fucking crammed to the gills. I had fuck all money. And, you know, we'd had a couple of pints. Feeling good, feeling great. Just crammed full of expats. A lot of Brinks, mate. You like it, right? Come on, man. I fucking love Oasis. Like that sort of shit. And it's like a great fucking time. It's like we're all having a ball. Like it is so crammed in these pubs. We're like standing on the street dodging cars. Like, oh shit, that one got a bit close kind of vibe. We all like just, this is before smartphones basically too. This is how old this story is. Fuck me. But everyone's just like, oh shit, mate, they're going to start soon. So everyone just fucking bails at once basically. We all just follow the herd down to Greece, to quote Blur. And go to Oasis. It was incredible. And like you're sitting there in Festival Hall fucking watching the sweat rise out of your body just going, this is horrible. But they were so much fucking fun. But this gig, the 2 shows they played at Marvel, I went with a mate on Friday night and took old mate last night on the Saturday. So the Friday night had awesome GA, the front part GA. That was the same night someone fucking threw a flare. Like it was chaos. But the boozy lariness of that crowd was just something to behold. Just screaming out every fucking word to every Oasis song is just, it was unreal. So that was really cool. And then on the Saturday, a bit of a different vibe because we're in the seats. Still a great view because like this is like the most just stunning fucking video screen I've seen in my life. And having been to like, you know, Dallas Cowboys Stadium and all that sort of stuff, this just blew that shit away. Like it was crystal fucking clear. It was absolutely stunning how nice it looked. So that was pretty rad. And it also kind of meant it didn't matter where you were in Marvel Stadium, you could sort of see what was going on and it ruled. The only difference was, I guess, like the vibe in the seats was just not as shit-faced and dancey and just fucking arms around like the dudes next to you who you don't know singing along at the top of your voice kind of vibe. So it was chaos. It was great. What a weekend. That's why your mate Jim is cooked. Right. And then today, I guess, Phoenix Wildcats was really fucking fun as well. Phoenix, they're still winning these games. It's like everything they're doing is so arsey, but they're just still winning. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Kind of like it. Right, let's do the 5 most disappointing teams so far. So, wanted to give this like a little bit of like, you know, a hook for each of these shows that we're sort of doing now. And 5 most disappointing teams so far is pretty easy for me. Because I literally just sort of thought about this for 2 seconds. I went, well, number 1, it's Orlando. The Orlando Magic men, Paolo Banchero, had a really good game today. Like they're actually maybe, like they kicked the fuck out of Washington though. So you kind of like, what is that really worth? Probably not much, but It's a step in the right direction. Don't lose to Washington, right? Paolo looked incredible. But number one with a bullet is this Orlando Magic team that you're sort of looking at and going, why is your defense so bad? No one can really quite understand, because essentially it's like we've got Desmond Bane now, which should really help our offense. We get that. But we understand the defense without the notorious KCP there might take a bit of a hit. It just sort of seems like Jalen Suggs has also been a bit shit. And you're like, this is why this is not fun at all. And so Orlando's offensive rating is in the fucking toilet. They're 23rd. And defensively, they're just so brutal. They've now gotten it up to like 11th. But that literally came back on like holding the Wizards to like 94. And you're like, that should almost not count. Right? The rest of their games have been so bad. So they've been wildly frustrating because you can sort of see why it makes sense, but the product on the court doesn't. So they're riding a 2-game win streak now. And so I think they've gotten to 3 and 4, but they're still so disappointing because, like, yeah, they kicked the shit out of the Hornets and they kicked the shit out of the Wizards. They need to kick the shit out of the Hornets and the Wizards. Yes, that's what they fucking should be doing. They should be killing them by more. But the biggest problem I have is that they've lost to 4 other East teams. They've only played East teams so far, the Orlando Magic, and they're 3 and 4. This is the team I had fucking pegged for like 52 plus wins this season. I thought they're like the 3 seed. Lock that away. Let's go. And scruffy start. The thing is, it is disappointing, yes, but it's not terminal, I feel like. This is the sort of thing that they play the Hawks again in a day or two. And you're like, okay, this is good. You know, if they can come out and actually just whomp the Hawks, having already lost to the Hawks, then you're getting back onto like even keel. You'd be 4 and 4. They just need to make sure they do that. But they've been so disappointing with the simple idea of like, I'm like, all right, Paolo's going to take a bit of a leap. They get Desmond Bane as like an awesome third banana behind Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. And Suggs is like, you know, the defensive anchor, the guy who sort of ties it all together. And it just hasn't been like that. It's just been janky, disjointed. He said, she said, Franz, Paolo sort of stuff, and Bane going, where do I fit in, guys? And like when it gets going sometimes, you're like, yeah, let's fucking do it. But otherwise, oh, so much of the time it's been shithouse. Hey, the Mavericks are number 2. Most disappointing. AD's already out. Kyrie was obviously already out. Geez, there's got to be some sort of brain genius out there in charge of this team who's like, oh, what's a great idea? I'll put Anthony Davis together with Kyrie Irving because injury histories don't matter. I'm some sort of brain genius. Did you know the defense wins champions? Shut up, Nico. So the Mavs are just a bit shit. Like, they got outclassed by the Pistons today. Cade Cunningham was awesome. So they don't have Anthony Davis. We get that. They also have D'Lo. And, like, everyone's like, oh, look, D'Lo, yeah, like, he's a pretty good backup. It's like, but is he? Because I kind of feel like D'Lo's trick-or-treat nature, this innate ability of his to be really good at basketball every so often, sort of just papers over all the shit stuff that he does for your team. And the fucky vibes he tends to bring as well. Where it's like, hey, check out how good I am. And it's like, you need to settle the fuck down, D'Angelo Russell. He was really good in this Pistons game because he scored a bunch, but all the other vibes are just a little bit fucky, right? Anyway, so the brain genius who put this team together go, oh, defense wins championships, and then went and got D'Lo as his backup point guard. I mean, just incredible brain geniusing. But their win over this like fucking woe-begone Pacers team the other day was just so lucky. And otherwise, they've beaten the Raptors in a giant shootout, and that's it. This Mavs team is just... Cooper Flag will take a while. And I feel like the hype for rookies like Cooper Flag as they sort of get up to speed, yeah, give him a month. Give him 2 months. Give him a year. Right? And everyone's like, oh, he's a bust. It's like, is he? No, he's not. Settle down. But they've just still been disappointing because it just feels so disjointed. And now Anthony Davis is out, and who the fuck knows what's going to happen there. So Number 2 most disappointing team so far, the Dallas Mavericks. Number 3, Memphis. They're just so pissy. They're 3-3. They've got all these injuries. But I feel like they're the sort of team as well that sort of just rises above the injury problems and kicks ass, and you sort of turn around and go, wait a minute, how are they 5-1? Right? And they haven't done that this year, despite having Ja, despite having Triple J. And they just sort of bum me out. Like, Jalen Wells, awesome. Cedric Coward, awesome. Having Jock Landale, love that. But somehow this team just feels fucking like slumped over, stoop-shouldered. I'm just sad about things. Like, what? What are you doing? Get yourself together. I don't know. I also feel like the Thomas Isalo is just a bit, I don't know, janky as well. I'm going to drink some more beer. This is Sunday Tins with Jim, don't forget. So you're going to have to fucking settle in and take a load off, pal. I had a random Corona in the fridge. I think everyone's got a random Corona in their fridge, don't they? That feels like something we've all got. And so when you crank that, you're like, it's time for the random Corona. Number 4, Toronto. 2-4 and look a mess. Not a giant surprise. Like Brandon Spindles Ingram, the next time he plays a key part in a team that looks cohesive and as a winner, it might be the first time he's done that. But Toronto, like, they've had these weird games. They're also sort of tough to judge because, like, losing Teenage Mutant Jakob Poeltl to his, like, weird back injury is just a bit fucky. But they've also had a really rough schedule where the games that they've lost, there's been to Milwaukee, Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, and then they turn around and beat the Cavs. And it was, like, a strange Cavs game where the Cavs just couldn't do shit. And I don't know, the Cavs are kind of disappointing as well, but they're not going to make this list. But they've got more length than a fucking porn star convention, and they just don't know what to do with it. You know? It's like you and me when we were like in our teens. She's like, what do I do with this? Where's that go? Jesus, okay. And I don't know, they've got this crazy game against Memphis. I think it's tomorrow. So this is the back-to-back most disappointing, and they're playing each other. We're going to come out of this game tomorrow morning going, Jim was sort of like on the money about one of these teams having some sort of optimism, and I don't know which fucking one it's going to be. Like, I think it's probably Toronto with no Ja, though. Like, you never know with, like, Memphis when they just go, lock in, no Ja. But now they don't have Bane. They've got very little, like, margin for error, so it could just go fucking sideways on them. Anyway, Toronto, it feels like it should work better than it does, right? It's like, we've got ball handlers and length almost everywhere. And it's like, but we've also got Emmanuel quickly running the show. And Grady Dick has completely gone MIA. What the fuck is up to that dude? Remember how he used to be able to shoot? Jesus. Anyway, Toronto, horrible. And then finally the Knicks. They're 2-3 and just, it's 3 straight losses. And watching them kind of hurts your brain a little bit. You're like, why aren't you just better? Like Mike Brown. Like, I do love that we're like, well, Mike Brown comes in after Tibbs. People fucking love Mike Brown. He's a really good coach. It's like, why has he been fired 4 times already? Right? Why do you think that might be? Is it because he's just a bit shit sometimes? Maybe. So they start off the season beating the Cavs and beating the Celtics. You're like, let's fucking go. Then they lose to the Heat in just the world's most predictable Miami Saturday night. Nightlife is undefeated. Then they lose to the Bucks. Then they lose to the Bulls. Because Josh Giddey, absolute eye of the tiger, had himself a career high. He fucking loves just kicking the shit out of the Knicks. The thing is, if there's a team that should be able to slow down Josh Giddey and Matthias Buzelis and, like, no Kobe White Bulls, it should be the Knicks, right? And they just haven't. They've given up 115 to the Heat, 121 to the Bucks, and 135 to the fucking Bulls. That is pretty disappointing, Knicks. Come on, you're meant to be a roll gold contender here, and you've gone and fucked us. So, I don't know. Those are my 5 most disappointing so far. Honorable mention goes to Cleveland. They should be an absolute juggernaut, and they're just not. Obviously, Chicago are fucking kicking the shit out of everybody. It's amazing. But anyway, let's do some game reps from the weekend very briefly. The NBA Cup started. I mentioned this on Friday's little recap thing. So if you're not on NBA Australia's YouTube, watching the little short things that we do in the days where we don't have like a big show, we're still covering everything NBA every day. It's just that we're not doing another big fucking podcast that needs a big brouhaha about it each and every day. We have the 3 big tentpole shows each week, and then on the YouTube, it's got the little daily stuff as well. So go check it out. But the NBA Cup stuff was awesome. It was really fucking fun for Saturday. We talked about this on the Friday thing, like looking at some of the courts and how the grey courts are fucked. Then you watch some of the grey courts in action, you're like, oh, yeah, it's not that bad. But mostly it's because Chicago just put a giant, big, fucking dirty Chicago on their court. And you're like, that's actually not too bad. Anyway, Hawks beat the Pacers 128-108. Yeah, Trae Young goes out. Boom, they look amazing again. Just saying. Awesome. Celtics got by the Sixers 109-108. Absolute fucking seedier pants shit as the Sixers came from the fucking clouds. VJH came hitting a 3 right at the end of that. Let's fucking go. Oh, my God. And the Celtics hold the fuck on to get the win. Chaos game. Raptors beat the Cavs, as I mentioned, 112-101. Cavs just completely off their feed. Like, Mobley was pretty good, but just, I don't know, Cleveland just have these weird games where you're like, hang on, why is Donovan Mitchell not playing? And you're like, oh, there was like a thing about it. And you're like, yeah, I need to know more. And then Cleveland sort of just exists in this weird fucking vacuum where suddenly they don't have like 3 of their 4 best players. And you're like, what's happening? It's really fucking strange, right? Donnie Mitchell's like got hamstring tightness or something. And you're like, all right, sure. It's fucked. Anyway, love that court. But yeah, shit result for the Cavs. The Bulls beat the Knicks, as I mentioned, 135-125. Josh Giddey, Giddey up 32-10-9, a career high. He was amazing. He's going to pop up again later. Lakers got by the Grizzlies 117-112. This was the shit Ja Morant game, and Luka came back and fucking torched everybody with 44, 12, and 6 because he's amazing. The Suns beat the shit out of the Jazz. Bit of a strange one. 2-4 now for the Suns. Their 118-96 win was very, very, very solid. Booker was awesome. The Utah Jazz will have games like this where they just completely no-show. That's what happens. They're young, inexperienced, bit shit. The Blazers beat the Nuggets. This is the NBA Cup. They're in the group of death, and the Nuggets just lost to the Blazers. The Blazers are the shit team. The one shit team in that division, that group of the NBA Cup, and they beat the Nugs. It was crazy. Like, Jokic at 21-14-9 wasn't enough. Because the rest of his team sort of just sometimes goes, oh, we're shit. Save us, Jokic. And he's like, it's okay. And Portland, hold on. Jeremy Grant hits these free throws to seal it at the end. And then the Clippers got by the Pelicans because of a Kawhi. Buzzer beater, 124-124. He hits a fucking shot like a step inside the three-point line. 2 dudes draped over him. Bang. 34 points for him. That was unreal. Pelicans 0-5 and looking brutal. And then today's games, awesome Kings-Bucks game. Giannis is back, looking awesome. Suva drops 24, 13, and 6. Giannis has 26, 11, and 8. Kuzma scored 18 straight points in this game. And the Kings still won. It was fucked. I loved it. The Wolves kicked the fuck out of the Hornets, 122-105, because they're always going to. The Pacers got their first win of the season. Now, Jim, was it because Johnny Furphy came back and actually was pretty good? Yeah, nah, yes. He just gives them some bounce. He gives them also, the Warriors were fucked, and I think the Pacers scored like a horrifying, what was that run? I actually had it written down. A 21-5 run in the final 5 minutes and 45 seconds, and the Warriors fall apart. Steph couldn't hit anything. Draymond's being a dipshit. They went 2-10 to finish the game to the Warriors. Brutal. Amazing stuff. So they lose to the Bucks without Giannis, and then a Pacers team that hadn't won a game. Golden State. This is why I was kind of a bit fucking dubious about their entire thing this year. Anyway, Magic kicked the fuck out of the Wizards, as I mentioned, 125-94. Bada Bancaro had 28 and 11 in 26 minutes. It was great. Rockets curb stomped the Celtics, 128-101. Kevin Durant had 26 points. He woke up and blinked, and he had 20. And then the Pistons just beat the Sands hell out of the Mavs down the stretch, 122-110. The Mavs managed 17 points in the fourth quarter, gave up 35 to the Pistons. Cade Cunningham was absolutely everywhere, which brings us to the NBA Straya approved performers of the weekend.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
That is a knife. Career highs for Jalen Duren this week, 33 and 10. He was massive. Awesome game against the Mavs. That game was in Mexico City as well. So they're fucking losing. It was awesome. Great game for him. Luka Doncic, 44 points, 14 and 27 shooting, 6 of 15 from 3, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. Didn't miss a fucking beat, did he? That's incredible. Booker had the 36 points in that big win over Utah. Cade Cunningham today in that same game as Jalen Duren, he had 21 points, 6 rebounds, 18 assists, and only 1 turnover. Bloody hell, that's a career high for Cade. Ties it up. But I'm going to give the NBA Straya approved performance of the weekend to our man, the Mop Top Mamba. Because of course I am. Josh Giddey, giddy up! He goes buying 32 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. And my favourite part of his entire stat line in that game against the New York Knickerbockers of New York City was that he had 0 turnovers. 0. And this is a thing that's been a part of his game where you're like, yeah, cool, the 9 assists is pretty fun. There's like 4 turnovers. Maybe there's 5. And you're like, oh, that's a bit brutal. No, 0 turnovers. What a fucking rip snorter of a game this was. He had a steal. He went 4 of 8 from 3, 12 of 21 from the floor, 4 of 6 at the line, a +5 in a game they won by 10 points, played 38 minutes, crushed it, looked awesome. Giddey the fuck up. Josh Giddey loves carving up the Knicks. That was awesome. Legendary shit. What about Spud of the Night, Jim?
Spud, 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 it is Spud of the Night.
Spud of the Night, drinking beers. Drinking beers without a care. How good Spider, mate. They're playing right up. Like, was it the Croxton block party was this weekend as well. I'm like, God damn it, I can't do that and Oasis and go to the basketball. I'm going to have to sacrifice one. I love the Croxton, but anyway. Rat, Cat, and Spider Bait are playing today. Awesome. Anyway, Amen Thompson goes 0-10 from downtown to start the season. He finally hit one this week, so he gets off the Spud list. But 0-6 from Larry Nance and Luke Travers in that Cleveland Cavaliers loss that I mentioned. 0-11 from a couple of your bench players. Not great. Josh Minott went 0-5 as well. Pretty tough stuff. But a couple of the tough ones for the rookies. We don't really, shame the rooks on Spud of the Night, but 1-9 for Con Knipple, 3-14 for Cooper Flagg, 3-12 for Trey Johnson. Like, you're like, Jesus. Dudes, you can hit some shots. It's okay. 1-7 for Dean Wade as well. The Cavs just couldn't buy a fucking bucket this weekend. 3-13 for PJ Hamilton, Washington. No wonder Dallas looked like dog shit. 3-12 for the never new Tobias Harris. Hey, boss, you want me to get you 9 points today? It's like, oh, no, you can get us more than that, Tobias? Nah, no can do, boss. 4-14 for Russell Westbrook, but they got the win. Derek White went 2 of 11. He's had a really rough start to the season, hasn't he, Derek White? He was sort of like, especially when you look at fantasy and stuff like that, he was like right at the fucking pointy end of a lot of these drafts as people are like, well, the scoring load from Tatum, it'll probably be shared across Jaylen Brown, Derek White. And I'm like, I don't know, probably a bit more Peyton Pritchard, probably a couple of these other dudes. And Derek White's just had a bit of a shit start. He'll get better, but anyway. But obviously the big spud of the weekend, and this will lean into old mate, no mates. It's the Ja Morant game, the 3-14 against the Lakers, where he just looks so fucking bad. It's like, what is this? The under fucking 16s Ballarat High School team that, I don't know, might have had someone ginger at point guard. Wait, no. Under 14s, I think I was on. Yeah. Pretty brutal. It was just, he looks so fucking lackadaisical. Blake Griffin, so that's kind of like the cool thing as well, is that with the Amazon broadcast as well, you then get the analysis, and Blake Griffin is like very fairly going, hey, Ja, this is a bit shit. What are you doing, dickhead? And like that's the exact same sort of shit you'd want to probably hear in the locker room from a vet going, right, this is why we don't do this. Like they'd be doing that in video sessions and this sort of stuff. And it's not like, fucking ESPN, he needs to step up. It's like, no, he just needs to fucking play better and not dog his mates. So that kind of all We'll get to old mate, no mates in a second, but I'd also like to thank, on the weekend, what happened? That's right, Josh Minott and Aaron Naismith both went and shot. Ah, yeah. Chill. They went and shot 311. You beauty. You love to see it. Who's old mate, no mates, though, this weekend? This one's easy.
Old mate, no mates.
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 Go ask the coaching staff. They had a whole spiel. Go ask the coaching staff why. I mean, according to them, what could have been done differently? Probably don't play me. It's cool. It's cool, bro. Oh, fucking give it a rest, Jar. Jesus. Like, Ja Morant is like the banana costume. It's like, we're all trying to find the guy who did this. It's you fucking idiot. Like, all the Grizzlies are after is like a bit of fucking leadership, a bit of ownership, and a bit of fucking, I don't know, culpability, responsibility. And sometimes that sort of shit as a leader, I mean, yeah, it's not fucking easy to take it on, but it's also part of the gig, right? If you want the good shit, you got to take the bad shit. And if you're going to fucking get up there and have a fucking bitch and a moan and a big fucking baby ass sook about maybe us, the coaching staff, who don't know how to use me properly. Shut the fuck up, you giant baby. Fuck me. Like, there's nothing in Ja Morant's track record that really screams out, super mature, smart dude, right? But I choose to believe that, you know, he can get better, he can get smarter, he can work on this sort of stuff. And then to come out and be like, oh, the coaches are all fucked and I'm good. Like, grow a fucking pair. That's not how you be a leader. This sort of shit is so, like, I mean, it's not easy, but it's also, it's not that fucking hard to just go, look, I just need to fucking work harder. I just need to do shit better. I just need to listen better. I need to, like, respond to my coaches, try to figure out how we're all going to get on the right fucking page. And, like, then we try to figure this sort of shit out. I've got to just do better. That's all you need to say. And it can be rote, it can be fucking half-hearted, whatever the fuck. But, like, that's your heart. And I appreciate the at least honesty. But the honest aspect of this of Jar is that he's a fucking giant crybaby. Right? And so I guess the old mate, no mate's part of this is like, can you imagine being one of his teammates after he's gone out there and done this sort of shit, right? So we had this in the NFL where Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, who was shit house. He's like, yeah, man, like, we've got players not rocking up to players' mode in meetings. We just need some leadership. It's like, dude, you're the QB. What are you fucking talking about, you idiot? And Jar being like, oh, man, maybe listen to the coaches. They don't even want me here. It's like, right. You get on a team bus after all this. What do you reckon your teammates are going to be thinking? Do you reckon they're going to be like, yeah, you got them there, Jar? Or are they all actually going to be like, you fucking sooky ass little crybaby bish? Because they're definitely going to be thinking the second one. Those teammates are going to be like, you fucking sook. Shut up. What do you do? Cry to mum? You got our last coach fired anyway because you didn't want to fucking play that offense. Now you got the dude, and now you're still having a fucking sook. The common denominator, motherfucker, is you. Right? Yeah, it's old mate, no mates. And you might have to go get some new mates soon. Pantsing of the weekend. Every joke about Jaylen Brown's hair, I'm not going to lie. I still think it's pretty good. Giannis absolutely dismissed a Suva shot today. Domantas Sabonis was like, hey, fast break is fun. Giannis just comes flying out of fucking nowhere. A bit of Greek on fucking Lithuanian crime. You're like, Jesus, Eastern Europe will never be the same. But I loved it because it was so dismissive of Giannis. Like, the ball hadn't even gotten like a foot out of his hand, out of Suva's hand. And Giannis is like, whack, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, you stupid ball.
Like, it was crazy how dismissive it was. But then probably my favorite one from the weekend is Luka Doncic quite literally shaking Vince Williams out of his shoe. Like, he broke his ankle so badly, Vince Williams left his shoe behind. He literally shook him out of his boots. It was crazy. That is a fucking all-time pantsing. But my other favorite one is probably, it's a bit of a self-pantsing. So Jalen Green, if you want to talk about players without, the world's greatest God-given basketball IQ, or possibly good IQ outside of basketball. You might remember that Jalen Green, big hair, ties into braids. It's very funny when you see him without the braids. It's even funnier when you see that he has a tattoo of his 40-year-old girlfriend, Drea Mitchell, on his back. Now, I'm not usually one to judge. Bullshit, I'm always judging. But that is such a self-pantsing, and this could be an old mate, no mate situation as well. Because I feel like Jalen Green should have at least one mate in his life. He's like, hey, guess what I'm about to do? And they're like, what, Jalen Green? He's like, I'm about to get Drea's face tattooed on my back. At which point, the mate should be like, you fucking serious? To which Jalen Green should have then responded, yeah, maybe that's not a great idea. Because not only is a 23-year-old, like the 40-year-old girlfriend, that's fine. I think we've all kind of been there, the older lady, girlfriend, hookups, whatever, right? It is a vibe. I can speak from experience. Yes, 2 thumbs up, but you don't get their fucking face tattooed on your body. What are you doing, Jalen Green? Are you fucking serious? Dude. You're 23, she's 40. I get it. You've learned some things, right? That's good. You need to learn those things. But you don't get her fucking face tattooed on your body. You just don't do that. Face tattoos on your body are for blood relatives. And that's a hard and fast rule, I reckon. Unless you're really into weed and Bob Marley. Anyway, better than Bronny James, Lonzo Ball, Ben Simmons.
Lonzo was the best player in high school. He was the best player in college. You think he'll get to the pros and be like, I made it to the pros, now I can be average. We're coming for everybody.
Coming for everybody. Who's better than Bronny James, Ben Simmons, Lonzo Ball today? Lonzo actually got the start the other day for the Cavs. Love to see that. Outside of that, there's a few there. We had a pretty interesting one. Jarris Walker keeps starting and keeps stinking up for the Pacers. I'm like, can we just start Johnny Furphy at this point? But it's all right. You did, take him very high in the draft, and we're just not entirely sure if he's that good. But anyway, you'll keep working on it. And our man Con Knipple had a bit of a rough one too. But outside of this, VJ Edgecombe, he's just going to keep winning this way to the point where he might just win this award in a way that Donovan Mitchell did, in a way that Jason Tatum did, where we just ban him from it because he was so fucking good against the Celtics. 17-5-5. My favorite thing is his defense because he can get buckets, and he hit a massive 3 late in that game. It was awesome. It never looked like it was going to miss. He is a weapon. 17-5-5, I think he finishes that game with. But he's got so much shit to him. His size is incredible. The athleticism is gnarly. The shooting is now fucking hello. But the defense, Jesus. Absolutely fucking here for that because, as I said, I think we did our, power rankings the other day. I'm like, Philly I think the preseason power rankings are unwatchable. And it's Philly. I can't do it. Maxi's awesome, I get it, but I'm not going to sit there and watch fucking Embiid play 20 minutes a game, limp up and down the court, and just be a fucking sad sack. VJ Edgecombe comes in, it's like a bolt of lightning. It is unreal. The fact that he plays both ends of the court, you're like, hang on. Philly have somehow just ass fucking backwards fallen into this incredible backcourt, and they've got Jared McCain coming back. Paul George, if he ever comes back, who knows? But VJ is just so fucking good. Let's go. I love it. It is so exciting. When you watch them play, you're like, I don't know what's going to happen. Are they going to score 75 points combined? I don't know. But it's also like unlocked Maxey to this degree where you're like, Jesus, is he like a fucking top 12 player in the NBA now? Maybe. Maybe we'll do that on Wednesday, do our top 25 players of the season so far. Anyway, Magic tweet of the weekend. Gee, do you reckon Magic's had a bit to talk about? I'm just saying. Let's do it. Mookie Betts drove in 2 runs and Will Smith locked in the 3rd run. I can't wait until tomorrow. Go Dodgers, go Dodgers, go Dodgers. Magic has gotten so beside himself. They won the World Series today and he has not tweeted. I am very much looking forward to the Magic tweet that reads, let's say something like this. It was tied 4-4 all the way through regulation innings until we got through to the extra innings, and then my Dodgers won their 2nd consecutive World Series 5-4 on a massive game-winning hit. Bang, the Dodgers are back-to-back World Series. Go Dodgers, go Dodgers, go Dodgers. What do we say? Thanks, Magic. And we usually do Dickhead of the Weekend to come out of a weekend, but I want to give a... we'll go flip side. We'll still play the drop.
Dickhead of the Week.
Ken, we'll do Legend of the Weekend. Pascal Siakam and Johnny Furphy. I don't know how many people sent me this, but it was a lot. Going as like the combo of Denzel and Ethan Hawke from Training Day. To the point, like, those costumes were so fucking good for their Halloween sort of like walk-ins. Beside myself. Like, the amount of time and effort that probably went into actually making that happen. Legends of the Week. Love that. All right, let's do some YNRs right after this.
This is Cam Glidden.
This is Anthony Drimmick.
This is Mitch McCarron.
This is Jason Giddey.
This is Darryl McDonald.
Hey guys, this is Hugh Greenwood.
Yo, what's going on? This is Illy.
This is Mark Worthington, or commonly known as Wortho, and you're listening to NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA
And you're
Australia.
listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, no, it's brought to you by you. That's right. You can sign up to our Buy Me a Coffee, buy us a tin, buy us a beer, shout us a beer. It'd be appreciated. You just go find the Buy Me a Coffee link in our bio, in our show description, that sort of stuff. It's right there. You can sign up. You get the the member exclusives, which gets you a brand new exclusive show, which will be dropping, I think, this week for the members, the Dead Set Legends Club. So if you're not in the Dead Set Legends Club, you just get a bunch of like fucking rambly fun shit from me. Like, that's like just not beholden to anything. And it's very fun. I love it. So go check it out. Buy us a coffee. Shout us a beer. Help a brother out. Keep the pirate ship afloat. Appreciate you. Right, let's do some quick YNRs. Davey B. Hey, mate. Loving the start to the season. The real GOAT, a.k.a. Austin Powers, for MVP. Yeah, nah. Jeez. Do you reckon Luka... I think the yeah-nah here might be... Do you think Luka rushed back, realizing that the Lakers might trade him after realizing what they've got in Austin Powers Reeves? Right? I kind of like 75% believe that. Like, Luka's like, fucking Austin Reeves, very good. I like living in LA. I better come back, fucking. Right? Because Reeves was balling the fuck out. He could win Most Improved Player. But, yeah, look, Reeves is incredible. And to this point, like, Luka misses, 3 games? And you're like, Jesus. All right. Austin Reeves might be the fucking dude here. Like, to the point where it's like diminishing returns of having LeBron and Luka and Austin Reeves on the same team. What do you reckon you're going to get back in a Luka trade there, Lakers? You just got sold. $10 billion. Who fucking cares now? Ship him off. Just saying. Don't mind that one. Good one, Davey B. Could talk about that one for days. Jez Oz. This is funny because I was like hanging out with Jez today. And then get home and he sent through some YNRs. I'm like, you could have just asked me while we're sitting at the fucking table drinking beers. Anyway, hey, boss, got some YNRs for you. First one, India in a win-win situation. Yeah, nah. If they tank, they win. If they play hard with injuries and win or lose, they win. No matter what happens this season, they pretty much have a free pass. Yeah. Like, they really, really, really do. The Pacers have like this sort of vibe about them, right? That it's just, they're still sort of fun. They're still sort of feisty. Like, they can just keep developing their dudes and it'll be fine. Yeah, everything they do now, like if they're just pumping fucking, like they own, I think their pick this year, however, like goes a bunch of different places. Like it's like via Toronto to New Orleans, but then New Orleans traded that as well because the Pelicans are fucking idiots. So it just goes, who the fuck knows, right? But like they just get to cruise, do their fucking thing, pump some fucking, minutes into their young dudes and just go, right, reset you. It's fine. Next one. Detroit should sign the Box Hill bricklayer as insurance for Jaden Ivey. Yeah, nah. Oh, don't mind this. Yeah, nah. I think Ben Simmons, though, in a Detroit Pistons jersey just hurts my brain a little bit. Right? Do you reckon Beef Stew would just beat the shit out of him at one point? He's like, I'm fucking sick of this fucking sook. Bang! Probably. But I feel like there's like 3 or 4 teams out there at the moment that are like just desperate sort of for any sort of playmaking ability. And the fact that none of them have just gone, yeah, you know what? Ben Simmons. Like even the Pacers, they're like, we're starting Ben Shepherd. Maybe we need a point guard. Yeah, not Ben Simmons though. It might be over. Just saying. Zachy B. Yeah, nah, is Ja Morant washed? Can't get anything going offensively like he used to. This actually came before this Lakers game. Zachy sent this one through like 4 or 5 days ago. He was right on the fucking money. And I'm like, when we say washed, it's more like, yeah, you sort of see these like super physical point guards who are like, modern marvels of athleticism. And if they don't have like the rest of their game sort of built out, then you're sort of always waiting for like the cliff. And if like suddenly they stop getting to the rim, what happens then? And Morant sort of stopped getting to the rim and you're like, oh, shit. The thing is he's got all season to sort of turn this shit around. It's just like, do you trust him to? Fucking, I don't know. But yeah, it's a great shout to be like, Ja Morant, just fucking eyeballs on this dude, motherfuckers, right? Is he good? The next 2 weeks of his career are really fucking important. They really are. Like, can you pull your head in, be a team player, be a leader, go out there and kick some ass and take some names? Can you? Let's fucking see it. All right, unpopular opinion of the day.
Now look at me, please. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me. I fucking love the NBA Cup. So, I guess I'm about to get to an Outback Takehouse. I love the NBA Cup. I love the courts. I love the fuckery. I love just how silly it can look and feel. But, and this is Outback Takehouse, they've just fucked the scheduling just so sideways. And it makes no sense. So let's do that. It's Monday? Back, I don't fucking know. It's currently Sunday. You're probably listening to this on Monday. So it's Monday Outback. You know what that means? I don't know. Start your week off right. We'll take the squids down to like fucking daycare and school. And on the way, cricket bats out the side of the car. Boom. Magpie wings. Only at Outback. You've heard of fucking buffalo wings. You've heard of chicken wings. Nothing better than magpie wings. They're stringy, full of parasites, taste like dog shit. Get a dog up ya. Magpie wings. Only at Outback. They go great with the flame grilled take. And today's flame grilled take is the NBA has got its head so far up its own ass when it comes to fucking NBA Cup. It doesn't know what the fuck it's doing. Seriously. Listen to the vice president of common fucking sense. NBA Cup is once a week. It doesn't start on fucking Halloween, you idiots. You start it after, you've gotten the burst of the season being back. We don't need to be fucking cajoled into getting excited about the NBA regular season 2 weeks up, like a week and a half after the season fucking started. What are you doing? Right? So, you got to start it like a week or two into November. And then you just do it once a week. Make it a spectacle. And as I've said time and time again, every team plays on NBA Cup Day. Every team. You have 15 games. You stagger all the start times. You make it a massive fucking thing. Whether it be a Wednesday night, whether it be a Friday night, I don't fucking care. But you do it one night a week. You make it massive. And then you just do that throughout the entire fucking season through to like February or some shit. And you can either do it the week, like the finals, we go to Vegas for like either the weekend before or after All-Star break to give this some juice all the way through. We all know kind of what's happening. It's like, yeah, oh, we love the FA Cup. And then it's like, oh, well, how about you don't fuck up the simple ideas behind it? Anyway, NBA, I am right here. I'm an ideas man. Just saying. Also, no grey courts. Also, give me green balls, ABA balls, a combination of balls for the games that are the NBA Cup games that the away team can choose on the crazy weird home courts that they're playing on. Let's fucking go. Let's go weird. But seriously, every NBA Cup game, all the teams playing at once a week. Simple. You're like, oh, geez, why does the NFL smash in ratings? Because it's once a week. The NBA Cup, if you're trying to make it special, don't do it twice a week, you fucking idiots. Jesus. Anyway, NBA Cup, I love it. Right, Australian Player Watch. Let's go. Josh Giddey, career high. How good was that game against the Knickerbockers of New York City? God, he torched them. He looked so fucking good. It was wildly exciting. I loved it. I was watching this one pretty hungover from Friday night Oasis. Just old mate had taken the squids. Where did they go? Oh, they went to like a playground, with a big fucking scooter area and shit. And I'm just like, still just on, sitting on the bed, just like hungover, just like fucking deleting like coconut water and just coffee and just like, yes, mate. Watching Josh Giddey carve him up. 32 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, a steal, 12 of 21 from the floor, 4 of 8 from 3, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, and a new career high. 32 points. He fucking loves killing the Knicks. He loves putting up a triple-double. He loves kicking their ass. That's a career high. Yote. Dyson Daniels. Good weekend for him. Obviously, your man Trae Young goes out. And I guess one of the NRs could be like, are they better without Trae Young? And the answer is like, probably. They did. I mean, it was the Pacers that kicked the fuck out of. He had 18 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 1 turnover. Easily his best game of the season though, right? 8 of 13 from the floor. Shot the piss out of it. Crushed it. And yeah, Trae Young. Just saying. Who fucking needs him? Jock Landale in the loss to the Lakers. He played 25 minutes. He had 16 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Shot 6 of 8 and 2 of 2 from the floor. From 3. Very, very good game. Johnny Furphy came back. That was awesome against the Warriors. 23 minutes. He had 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. Went 2 of 4 from the floor and 1 of 2 from 3. Jingles didn't play for the Wolves in their game against Charlotte. Nor did Josh Green still coming back from his shoulder, which is a bit of a shame, but anyway. Do-up, bop, do-up. Do-up Reef played in the win over Denver. He played 7 minutes and had zeros across the board and went 0-2 from downtown. Matisse didn't get out there. No Dante, but as I mentioned earlier, the Cavs duo of Tyrese Proctor and Luke Travers both got out there in that rough one to Toronto. 14 minutes for Tyrese Proctor, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists and a steal. 1 turnover, 2 of 7 from the floor, 0 of 3 from downtown. It'd be nice to see him hit some threes in the NBA. Luke Travers also had the 15 minutes, went 0 of 5 from the floor. But he had 2 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. So not bloody bad. All right. A very quick Andrew Gay's Grey MAMBA Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence.
It's the first annual
Andrew Gay's Grey MAMBA.
Outstanding achievement in the field of excellence.
All right. Yeah, so Luka is averaging 45, 12, and 8. He's played, 3 games, but it's just fucking stupid. So it's like legitimately just fucking dumb, right? He also flew separately to Memphis to join the team. So no one sort of knew this was really coming. Drops in 44 points. That's his third straight 40-point game of the season. The only other player in NBA fucking history to drop, 3 straight 40-point games to begin a season is Wilt. Because, of course, every record is basically, nobody's done this since Wilt Chamberlain, right? He did it, I think, twice as well, Wilt. He did it in 62-63 and 61-62, so not bad. That's just fucking stupid. Comes in, he's averaging 45, 12, and 8, shooting 58% from the floor, 35% from 3, and 79% from the line. A true shooting percentage is 71. Jesus! It's pretty good. Luka can play a bit. All right, Patty Mills Game Day Baller Game Day Twitter checking. What's Patty been up to? I actually haven't seen, so this is always a fun experiment. Hey, Jim, should you plan this out and try and check it beforehand? Yeah, but that'd just get rid of the fun, where I just whip out my phone and go, what the fuck's going on here? There's Jez. He's basketballing with his son. That was a really fucking good game, that Phoenix Wildcats game. Anyway, what am I looking for? Ball, a pat. There he is. Check it, breaker 1-9. Oh, that's right. The Anthony Carter one. So that's still the same old one. How about Jace Giddey? Oh, yeah. Side of court doing a bit of cooling. Love that. How about we check in with Jock Landau? Oh, actually, no. I think Gids did do some posting. There we go. Josh Giddey. Great segment, this one. There he is. Chance the Rapper. Josh Giddey. 5-0. Chance the Rapper hanging out with Gids. That's right. That is the Bulls' best start to a season since the Jordan Bulls, which is amazing. So Chance the Rapper hanging out with Gids and co. That's fucking radical. Gids rolling. Just a couple of pictures of him rolling in. Him driving to the hoop. That awesome fucking 22 skidoo spin move on everybody. Love that. All right, let's do some game previews for tomorrow and Tuesday. Game previews. Thanks, Inadvertent Bane. Not a problem. Jim, how's it all going? I am cooked. So we just cracked it's a Brick Lane. The alcoholic ginger beer. I need to change up. So I guess my big saving grace this weekend of 2 nights of Oasis and, drinking beers at the basketball and stuff. Not once did I actually mix my booze. So I've woken up the last 2 days a bit fucking just, slow, but not like rat shit. So, I don't know, this is just smart behavior by me, where it's like, hey, maybe I should get like a J-Bo. Let's get, just stuck with beers the entire weekend. Woke up, yeah, a little bit fucking dusty, but nothing like you'd usually would. So, thumbs up there. Anyway. So now we're on the ginger beers. So that's like the first different thing I've had to a beer all weekend. Anyway, you can find all of our NBA picks every single day over at Dabble. Use the code NBA Straya if you sign up using the link in our show description or in our social bios. You can go follow all of our picks. They're all there. It's awesome. We had a rough weekend, I'll tell you that much. We're back down to about bang on 50% against the spread. We were up at about 57. But we've got some fascinating games tomorrow, so Monday and Tuesday. So we'll do another show. We'll do Jim Does Supercoach Monday. We'll do a wrap show tomorrow, like a very brief one on YouTube as well. And then Tuesday we'll have the actual NBA show, wrapping up all these couple of days worth of games, but some fun ones there. New Orleans at OKC. OKC will kill them because the Pelicans are fucking so bad. OKC is still so deep, stupidly deep. 12.5 point favorites doesn't really scare me because the Pelicans are that bad and OKC at home, so they should be right. Unless Zion comes back, but I don't think so. Philly minus 5.5 in Brooklyn. I couldn't believe it's only 5.5. I'm like, is there no Maxey, Embiid, or VJ? Are all three of them not playing? I'd still maybe take that. Brooklyn are a fucking train wreck. We're going Philly. Utah, Charlotte is an interesting one. The Hornets, just real bad. Utah, rough one against Phoenix the other day. I think Utah with no Kessler, for this game. I reckon Charlotte can probably win it. So we'll take Charlotte minus 3.5. You know, like Colin Sexton revenge game though. Just saying, check that out. Atlanta plus 5.5 in Cleveland. I feel like the Hawks. I mean, we just saw like Dyson Daniels, Nick Alexander-Walker, Jalen Johnson. They kind of like not playing with Trae. In Cleveland, if like Donnie Mitchell probably comes back from his, my hammy's a little bit tight. I might give it a day or two. Even if he comes back, I'm probably still going to take Atlanta plus 5.5. I'm fine with that. Memphis, Toronto, Raptors minus 5.5. Feels pretty good, but then you're like, Memphis without Ja, they do know how to win, but they don't have Bane anymore. I just don't know if they've got the firepower to hang out with Toronto, in Toronto especially. We know that the Raptors don't mind a bit of a home game. Let's go the Raps. Chicago in New York. Somehow the Knicks are 7.5 point favorites. That's crazy. I don't know what the fuck's going on. To the point where should I be checking to see like the injury report for the Bulls? Because plus 7.5 is like the easiest thing that I'm just... Gids fucking loves carving up the Knicks. We know that. They're 5-0. They're absolutely flying high. And this is exactly the point where the Bulls will just get the shit kicked out of them by the Knicks, right? But we'll take the Bulls. I'm just going to take the Bulls and the points. Plus 7.5. It's just too many points, even if you like the Knicks. San Antonio go to Phoenix. The Suns are plus 5.5 against the Spurs. The Spurs have been playing these weird games where they're just kind of falling over the line. I might take the Suns plus 5.5. I think the Spurs win it, but yeah, I'll take the points. And then the Lakers host Miami. Miami going to LA. They got back-to-back games against the Lakers and the Clippers. I'm going to take the Lakers with your man's Luka back, Reeves back. Don't mind it. And then on Tuesday, we've got Minnesota and Brooklyn. Again, Brooklyn shithouse. We're going Minnesota. Milwaukee and Indy. Pour one out for the poor Pacers. Love you, but ish. Utah at Boston. Celtics should probably still win that one. See how they go. But Utah on a road back-to-back. Knicks hosting Washington. Having just played the Bulls. I'll take the Knicks head-to-head. Washington maybe the line. Houston host Dallas. Dallas are a mess. We're taking the Rockets. Detroit and Memphis. Memphis going back home. Having played in Toronto. I'm going to take Detroit. Sacramento go to Denver. We'll take the Nugs in that one. I mean, it's Jokic going, yeah, barbecue chicken, fucking. It's the Souvlaki King, tomato sobomas. Portland hosts the Lakers. I'm going to take the actual Blazers in that one. They'll probably rest Luka, I reckon, for that second game. I'm going to go the Blazers. They're so feisty. And then Clippers, Miami. I reckon this is a big revenge spot for Norm Powell. I reckon Miami get it done. So there you go. You can follow all the picks and the vibes over at Dabble. We'll throw in like multis and stuff in there as well. So go check it out if that's your thing. If not, it's all good. Buy us a coffee. Shout us a beer. We appreciate your guts anyway. I'm a big appreciative kind of guy. But that's it. There's a Sunday show. You beauty. Have fun. It's just like starting to fucking rain here too. So yeah, sit on the couch, hang the fuck out, just fucking slowly dissolve. It's been a big weekend. When you're my age, Jesus. Anyway, we'll be back. We will actually be back tomorrow on YouTube. Little quick hitter wrapping up all of tomorrow's games for you. In the meantime, make sure you're following NBA Straya on Twitter, Facey, IG, TikTok, YouTube, all the good stuff. We'll also have Jim Does Supercoach tomorrow for your Monday, because after those Monday games, Supercoach lockout lifts. You can make your trades, but then it all fucking kicks back in on Tuesday morning. So you need to be on top of your Supercoach. So if you're into that, NBA Supercoach, Jim Does Supercoach, go follow that as well. NFL Australia too. Gaz and I hanging out today, drinking some beers. It was very fun. Always looking forward to NFL Australia. So chuck a rating and review, whatever you've got to do on Apple Music, your Spotify. If you haven't rated and reviewed the show, what are you doing? Come on. Big thanks always go to From Oslo for the intro and outro song. They rock. So do House Hats, Josh Dolorentis, Fascinated Goldmines, Ramshackle Army, Iowa, Sex Shadow, Green, and Dozers, all of which would have been better than ballpark music, I reckon, to support Oasis. That was weird, but still. Either way, smash them all on your preferred music provider. NBA Straya supports Australian bands. So should you. All right, that's it. No daily review today because we're going to get the fuck out of here. And we will see you on YouTube tomorrow to wrap up tomorrow's games and deliver some daily NBA awards, and that'll be it. This is NBA Straya saying, today is going to be the day fucking sunshine. How good is Oasis? What a fucking weekend. Just kind of want to go on Tuesday. I'm not going to lie. Like, mind-blowingly fucking good. Of all the gigs I've ever been to, it's right the fuck up there. Alright, this is NBA Straya saying, look after yourselves, would you? And later, hoses! G'day legends, your mate Jim from NBA Straya here. That's right, I'm doing a thing at the end of the show. In the business we call it a thing at the end of the show, I guess. I don't know. Either way, all I'm just saying is just make sure you're rating, reviewing, starring, subscribing across all of the apps that you use for NBA Straya. Jump in the comments, give us a shout. We'll bang you in yeah, nahs. Any other questions? I'll have a crack. I've got nothing better to do, basically. Also, just ask any questions, tell me what you want to hear from the show, and sing out and let us know. And of course, if you want to help support the show, jump on the old dabble, use that code NBA Straya, click on the link that's in the show description or on the socials. It goes up whenever I do the morning vibes, etc. So, if that's your thing, jump on there, use that code NBA Straya, and remember, look after yourselves, would you?
This house feels empty without you.